An ICE raid at an Edison warehouse is sparking outcry from workers and immigration advocates after 15 to 20 people were reportedly detained on Tuesday by federal agents and taken to detention centers. Raven Santana was in Edison today speaking with workers and joins us with the latest. Raven.
Hi, Bree. We're outside of Alba Warehouse here in Edison, where on Tuesday, ICE agents conducted a raid and detained workers. Now, employees that I spoke with who arrived to work today say they're now concerned that this could happen again. Video from Tuesday shows ICE agents rounding up workers, checking immigration statuses at the Alba Wine and Spirits facility. Those cleared were given wristbands. Others without valid ID were zip-tied and loaded into waiting vans.
Where I'm working, everybody low. Everybody keeping low. But I'm straight, I'm good still. But unfortunately, not everybody gonna be on the same level. But we have to live.
Do you feel like people are in fear it's going to happen again today?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I think so. Everybody's on the edge right now.
Reverend Seth Caperdale of the Reformed Church of Highland Park arrived on site during the raid and live streamed what he witnessed, including one man identifying himself as Diego, said agents eventually cleared him, but not before slamming him to the ground.
I was driving off my car when I was in the middle of my break. And they made me walk inside the building. They was pushing me. They was harassing me. When I told them to keep their distance, they put me down the floor and handcuffed me. Then they brought me down. They noticed that I was legal, but they was still running my whole record to try to catch me or something.
When we got there, we walked to the back and found tons of U.S. Border and Customs Patrol vehicles, as well as ICE vehicles, mostly white big men with their faces covered and lots of guns and handcuffs. But we have a hotline that people call when they are in traumatic situations with immigration. Since yesterday, 11 different families representing 11 people who were taken yesterday have called our hotline, desperate for help with legal services, desperate to help think through what they should do next, desperate to wonder who else in their family might be at risk. The trauma created by yesterday, we're experiencing it in the calls that have been coming through all yesterday afternoon and this morning.
Reverend Caperdale says his church hotline has been overwhelmed with calls from families urgently looking for legal resources and comfort.
I know by the time I got back to the church here yesterday, 3 hours after being at Alba Warehouse, a woman came in and said, "I watched your Facebook Live. That was my husband's place of work. One of the people that was taken was my husband." And this is somebody who lives in this town and whose kids are the same age as my kids. They've been here 27 years. They've been big contributors to the school and the community. And I know the husband very well. He's been at that job for 10 years. I was there long enough yesterday to watch families start to arrive once they heard that mom had been taken.
What is the biggest request now?
Lawyers, understanding the legal system, because sometimes family members don't understand what's next or what steps to take to be able to get their family members out of detention centers.
Jamie DiNicola, an attorney with Dyer Legal Services, is helping advocates like Caperdale and Castaneda navigate their next steps. Do you think it's going to get worse?
Absolutely. It's going to get worse. Look at the bill that just passed, the quote-unquote big, beautiful bill. I think there was like billions and billions of dollars of increases in the funding for ICE. So really what we're seeing now, I think, is just the beginning of what's going to be a really huge influx of fascist political apparatus that's trying to strip our country of due process.
Governor Phil Murphy addressed the situation briefly today, but offered few details.
Obviously, I've said time and time again that we don't pursue the inverse of that model. We don't stand in the way of federal authorities doing their work, frankly, and we cooperate with them all the time. But beyond that, I have no insight into the Edison situation yesterday.
It still remains unclear whether those detained are being held at Delaney Hall or the Elizabeth Detention Center. ICE has not yet responded to our requests for comment. For now, workers and families remain in limbo, worried that Tuesday's raid may just be the beginning. For NJ Spotlight News, I'm Raven Santana.